um, how they're perceiving the words that you say. Kids, their perception. We said it before on a previous show. Uh, our perceptions of reality, it forms as early as the age of 2 years old. And so during this time, what perception are you giving them? What reality are you giving them to live in ourselves? So with that, again, I want to read our verse, Psalms 127. Children are a gift from the Lord. They are a reward from heaven. I have a phenomenal guest on here today. I mean, just awesome, loving, nurturing lady. And she also loves children. So I want to bring our guest up real quick and ask her about this verse. Ask Miss Jaquetta Perry Boyd, what does she feel about this verse? Like, how does this verse speak to her? So let's get her brought up. There we go. Jaquetta, tell us, what do you think? 27:3. Children are a gift from the Lord. They are a reward from him.
You've said a mouthful, and I want to first of all let you know that I totally agree with everything you've already said. But when I think about children are a gift, I think of children being delicate, impressionable, a jewel, something special from God. And as an educator, as a speech language therapist, as a mother, I don't take that lightly. So I just feel like it is our job to model and to love on the gift, those children that God entrusts us with.
That's awesome. And it is our job. It's our responsibility. And we teach them how to treat other people. Sometimes we see them might have treating someone and we have to correct them sometimes, but we correct in love. We discipline in love, not out of anger, not out of frustration. And sometimes as parents, we have to say, oh, let me take a step back. We're going to address this in a moment. Let me calm down. So I'm talking to you and I'm disciplining you in love. So that is awesome. So you mentioned that you are a speech therapist. Will you take a moment and just tell everyone who is Jaquetta Perry Boyd?
Okay, so Jaquetta Perry Boyd, I am a speech language therapist and have been for over 20 years. I am a mother. I am a wife. I am a sister. I am a Zumba instructor. I am a devoted Christian that loves the Lord. I am a recording artist. I wear so many hats, but the main thing that I love is that God has given me a heart for God, just the love of the Lord. And I want to continue to make a difference. So that's who I am.
That's awesome. Awesome. So with the speech therapist, with that, because you take that, and even though sometimes what I like to say is, like, once we read the 66 books of the Bible, a lot of people don't know it's a couple books in the Bible. They never even mention God, but you can still see the move of God. You can still see God's handprints within it. You can still see that though they're not mention them, but they're still working in the realm and the direction in which God has sent them. So as you do your speech therapy for children, you do it for children, correct?
Yes, I do it for children. I'm in the public schools. And like I said, I have been for over 20 years. But as I was doing the speech therapy, God spoke to my heart to just pull me to the side to do a little something more other than speech and language. So that's where Communiplay, I'm a Communiplay director also. And that's a program that God has given me.
Okay, so can you tell us about Communiplay?
Yes. Communiplay is my baby. So with Communiplay is a program, and it's really truly not only just for the child, it is for the parents, it's for the whole entire family. It's from ages 3 to 5. And these children are learning communication skills, conversational skills, such as listening, eye contact, body language, gestures. And the parents are encouraged to be involved and engaged through a highly interactive class. A lot of times, people want to just drop their children off, but no, with Communiplay, you are getting improved social communication skills, mindfulness, We help reduce anxiety. We expand their vocabulary. And we do all of these. We achieve all of these goals through singing, like nursery rhyme songs, dancing. We have dance movements, and we have extreme fun. So when the parents come into the atmosphere, that changes everything. So they go from being on the outside, and when they come into the atmosphere of the loving, nurturing, and fun environment, it just changes their day. So that's communal play. It's extreme fun while you're learning.
So how does communal play help with children that have like attachment disorder or syndrome, or the attachment personality?
Okay, so like if they're attached to their parents or whatever, like if they're, so if they come in with attachment issues, I don't force anything. So it's a 6 to 8 week program. And what happens is I get that a lot. They are attached to their parents. So what we do is I model to the parent models to their child. And so they look at everything. They're very observant. So if you have a child to your left and a child to their right, and if they're not attached, eventually they'll become more engaged with other children, and when they come to communal play, the first thing that I'll have them do is fill out a form, and I want to know what their communication goals are. That may be a goal so that my child will engage more with their peers. And so if that is the case, then I will spend a little more time and energy on that particular child, making sure that I model to the parent so the parent can model to that child. And so that means if they are attached to the parent can go to another parent and engage with the other parent, with their children, and that could start the process of the social engagement, the social interacting and actions. And the songs that are played, it just reinforce what I need them to do. So one of the songs is called Let Your Light Shine, and it says, smile and greet your neighbor. And I let the parents figure it out. I'm singing, I'm modeling, smile and greet your neighbor. And I'll smile and I'll go and greet them with the handshake. But we're in 2022. Some people don't want to touch each other's hands. So you may give them a handshake. You can give them a pound. You can do an elbow. The children are watching. So I model to the parent and the parent models to the children.
That's awesome. Like you said, the children are watching. They're like sponges, and they pick up on every little thing. Their minds is constantly observing. They're constantly in observation mode. So I see how it works with attachment. But what about the children that have like avoidance or detachment issues, where they're just kind of secluded and kind of closed off, and kind of communal play is something that really is beneficial for them? Because you're teaching them how to learn how to communicate in a fun and active way, correct?
Yes, fun and active way. And the ones that, like you said, avoid and again, shy and just don't want to be bothered. God has given me awesome tools. I don't do communal play without the tools. Again, environment, nurturing environment. I pray before I have communal play. I anoint each chair before we have communal play. And I just ask God to decrease me and increase the Holy Spirit within me without me being over spiritual. God has given me natural good energy, and I could feel God's presence within me. So he's given me tools. One of the tools is just fun bubbles. So I'll play the bubble songs, and with the songs that I choose are songs that give commands. Pop the bubble. So they'll see bubbles such as this. And I'll have the parents blow these bubbles. This is one of the tools. Okay. And it's so relaxing. And when you talk about mindfulness and fun and just letting your hair down, simple bubbles. This will help the children go, oh, I want to pop the bubbles. I want to blow the bubbles. Let them. So you have the festive music. You have balloons everywhere. You have me with my crazy energy. Pop the bubbles, pop the bubbles, pop the bubbles, pop, pop, pop. It's a party. And they want to be included.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's awesome. So beyond bubbles, what other tools do you have? You say you never leave without you never come without tools.
I
So
never
what are
come
some of the other
without
tools?
my microphone. So I utilize a microphone. It's a toy microphone. I can provide the microphone, or they can go purchase their own microphone. And it's just really good for getting their attention and amplification. So you may have a child that they may be timid and they don't want to speak. We work on greetings. So before communal play ends, one of my personal goals is to make sure that they could state their names through the microphone. And when they're stating their name, we work on eye contact and we make sure that they project their voices. And so the other parents, I have them help me cheer them on, because everyone wants to feel like they've accomplished some goals. So even if they're 2.5, 3 years old with the microphone in their hand, and they may say, my name is, you can't hear it. It's not audible. And so I'll step in and say, that's good, but we can make it great. So I will model for them. And then the parent will model for the child on how it needs to be bigger. And the next time they do it, because we have cheered them on, they actually raise the volume. So those are different tips. So we use the microphone. I also use a mirror. Okay. With the mirror, I use the mirror, and I allow the parents to see me utilize the mirror. And what the parents are doing, they're bonding with their child just with a simple mirror. They're able to see their face. They're able to talk about their eyes. What do your eyes do? They help you see. What does your nose do? It helps you smell. What does your mouth do? It helps you taste. What do your ears do? It helps you hear. God has given me so many gifts that I don't take for granted. I am able to quickly, immediately come up with songs. So when they get those mirrors, I'll in transition, I'll say, get the mirror, get the mirror, get the mirror, tell me what you see. Get your mirror, I need you to look at me. And then we'll take the mirror and they'll look at me and they'll look at themselves. And with the mirror, it's so important because we're talking about loving yourself. We're talking about being able to identify body parts. We're talking about early learners, such as 2.5 to 3 years old, where some of them have real disabilities, where they cannot identify their eyes and their ears and nose and other body parts. But through modeling, nurturing, and love, by the time they finish with communiplay, they are able to identify those body parts, because repetition is everything. We go over the same songs every single week. So we have the bubbles, we have the microphone, and we have our mirrors.
Awesome. So I love that. Bubbles, microphone, and your mirror, and you're teaching them identity, but you're building their confidence as well to be able to speak and be able to use their voice and let them know how important their voice is. So speaking of voice, though, you have a beautiful voice. You've sung a couple songs for us here, but we actually have one of your videos. We have your ABC phonics video. So I would like to just kind of play that, especially if you have children in the room right now. Hey, this is a time to bring them in and say, listen, watch this video. So I do want to play play a video of yours real quick, if you don't mind, that we have found. So I'm going to play this video and let's see. Here we go.
One, two, three, four.
A is for apple, A. B is for bubbles, B. C is for cookie, D is for dance. Everybody dance. Everybody dance. Everybody dance. Everybody dance. E is for elbow, A. F is for face. G is for goat. H for head. Touch your head. Touch your head. Touch your head. Touch your head. I is for igloo, it. J is for jump, jump. K is for kick. L is for look. Look around. Look around. Look around. Look around. M is for mommy. N is for nose. No. O is for on. P is for pop. Q is for quiet. R is for run. Run around. Run around. Run around. Run around. S is for stop. T is for tap. U is for under. V is for voice. Use your voice. Use your voice. Use your voice. Use your voice. W is for walk. X is for X-ray. Y is for yellow. Z is for zebra. Everybody dance. Hey, 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 more.
That is awesome. Listening, so energetic. How do you come up with these songs?
You know, this is a gift. It's a gift. It's definitely a gift from God. I can be in the shower and I can just hear the tunes in my head and I just bring them to life. I do not take the gifts for granted. You know, the ABC songs, I work with, like I said, I work with pre-K in the public schools. And so they have allowed me to observe them and to see what they respond to. And for years, I'm like looking at them and looking at the videos that the teachers put on. And I'm like, no one in the videos that they're watching look like me. And I'm like, I want them to be able to relate to someone that looks like me. And so they inspire me. They inspire me still to this day. And so songs just pour into me. It could be about ABCs. It could be about cleanliness. It could be about anything. And I don't take it for granted. So as soon as I hear a song, I just start writing or recording immediately and take it to the studio.
So she said, no one looks like me. How is the diversity in your field once it comes to once it comes to the speech communication and stuff? How's diversity in the field that you're in?
Let me just say it's 3% Black. 3%. Let me say it again, 3%. Not only is there a national shortage of speech language therapists, but there's a shortage of Black speech language therapists. Again, you can practice in a hospital, you can practice in a school, rehab, a variety of places where you can practice. And so my domain is the school setting. But with Communiplay, God gave me Communiplay because whether a parent, I want to be a resource. I'm a resource for parents because even though I render speech and language in the school setting, what happens after they get home? There's no real carryover. So God has given me the desire to be that resource so I can let my light shine, whether you have a typical child or you may have that child that has the special needs. And that's a whole nother conversation because so many parents have children with special needs and they have no place for them. Wow. So this is an inclusive, loving, nurturing, learning environment for families, to improve their overall communication skills.
And that is, I guess, hard for those that actually have children that have special needs and stuff. So once you're working with this, how are things? How do you blend that, or what is the dynamics with that?
Amazing. Again, that's another gift, a gift from God. Um, we talk about inclusion, but what does that really look like? Mm-hmm. So with the communal play, what inclusion looks like, again, just picture in your mind a festive environment, balloons, music. The parents are coming in. Are you still there? Parents are coming in, and I'm not sure you're still here. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So I just want to make sure that we set the tone. So what it looks like is the festive environment. I believe in unity. So I have everyone in a circle. So you have, let's say, Johnny over with a communication board, and he cannot audibly speak. And then you have Fred next to him. And he's able to speak. So when I'm singing the hello song, hello, hello, what is your name? I'm just making that up, okay? And Fred, mm-hmm. the one that cannot speak, he will push a button and the device will speak for him. So that's what it looks like. Everyone is included. And so we treat him just like he has a voice, because he does have a voice. And we're going to help him find it eventually. So for the time being, he uses his device. Someone else may sign. We also do simple signing, and you can just wave, if you can't speak, you can wave. And so that's how we use inclusive tips and strategies inside of communal play. Everyone matters. And if you do not have an audible voice, you use the tools that you do have.
So when she say we use the tools that we do have, one of the things that you're when it comes to the play, you're big on the movement. You're big on the dancing and stuff. How does that come? Why is the dancing? Why is the movement so important?
Music is universal. Music is healing. Music is energetic. Music is everything, and it changes the energy. It changes your mood. So you can come into an environment, getting out of your car, feeling sleepy and tired, and then you can enter into a festive environment where I model what you need to do. So eventually, if you're not wanting to move, by the time I finish with you, you're gonna move. So music is everything. Yes.
So not only do you do the communal play, but you take this out in the community on the weekends as well, right?
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Yes, so communal play is actually on the weekends for now. So while I'm in the public schools, I utilize some tips and strategies whenever I can. So I do traditional therapy in the school setting, but on the weekends, communal play comes to life. And so I have a facility and I teach the program from 6 to 8 weeks. The parents, they register their child. I'm at a community center, and I've been doing this for the communal play now for 10 years. And so the communities, they come together, and like I said before, there are not a lot of therapists, Black therapists that are out here. So communal play is not speech and language, but it is a program to help your children with your overall communication skills. And we do it non-traditionally, through the dance, through the singing, through the movement, through the signing, through extreme fun. We'll start inside, but we even take it outside, especially when we start popping the bubbles, or we have the pinwheels that we blow. Some of the children can't even blow. Where do you go? What do? You demonstrate. you demonstrate. So before we even get to the bubbles, we may demonstrate by blowing cotton balls, and you should just see their eyes, because a lot of times they see the cotton balls, but they don't know that they can blow the cotton ball, and the cotton ball will actually move. So demonstration is everything. Fun is everything. We do the oral motor movements where we do exercises just with our mouths, and back to the mirror, because we did talk about the mirror. The mirror also teaches them what their mouths can do. Dealing with communication, you have the physical communication and you have the oral communication.
That's awesome. Remember, they said your face speaks 1,000 words before your mouth does. So
yes,
so you're showing them, hey, it's a lot of ways in which we communicate. Once it comes to the videos, or so, because you have several videos that are out. So what are ways that someone can, if those that can check out some of your videos, where do they go for your videos?
I am on YouTube with Communiplay. You can go to Communiplay with Miss J. So Communiplay with Miss J, and that's Communiplay with, and then that's MRSJ. Communiplay with Miss J. And the videos, so now when I go into the schools, these teachers are playing the videos, and it just melts my heart, because I feel like a celebrity. I'm going inside of the schools, and that's Miss J, that's Miss J. And I'll go in the classroom and I'll sing and I'll dance with them. And it melts my heart because they're seeing someone that looks like them. I work for an urban district. So a lot of the children are African American, Black children. So when I go and when I actually render Communiplay, it's for anyone, but a lot of the parents don't look like me. So that's my next goal. I want to make sure that I'm able to service the urban communities more, so that I can show them it's not a drop-off service. It's a service where you bond with your children. And I want to model to them so they can model and help their children more.
That's awesome. What do you say to the children to the parent that they see that, okay, my child is having problems with communication, but as an adult, I don't know how to communicate to my child. As an adult, I struggle in this area. So I see why my child struggled, but I don't want my child to struggle that way. But how do I, as an adult that struggle with communication as well, how do I communicate with the child that also struggles? What do you say to those parents?
That's a good one. That's really good. That's good. I've had that also. And there's a multitude of ways of communication. So if you are having difficulties verbally communicating, because I even had some parents that were deaf, okay, then you communicate with your children through sign language. You communicate with your child, you can read more with them. There's so many ways. So you find out where your strengths are, and you start from there and you build upon your strengths, because you have some parents that actually stutter. And so, and then you find out your child is stuttering, and both, the parent and child are stuttering. You can take yoga together. You can, if not yoga, you can just do breathing exercises together. You can pray together, just different things that you can do to bond together. That's communication.
So I want to play one more video of yours. And after that, once we come back, listen, Miss Jaquetta is going to tell you we're going to talk about where she sees herself in 5 to 10 years, where she sees Communiplay going, not, in the future, what is coming up, what are some other avenues that she got, other things that she got going on. But also we are going to get you the information on how to connect with Jaquetta as well. So we're going to play one more video. Again, if you got your kids, grab your kids. We have another awesome video for them in just a moment. So let's see. Let's go here. And
You monkeys just don't listen. 5 little monkeys jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. Mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, no more monkeys jumping on the bed. You see what just happened to him? 4 little monkeys jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. Mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, no more monkeys jumping on the bed. I told you to stop all that jumping. 3 little monkeys jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. Mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, no more monkeys jumping on the bed. 2 little monkeys jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. Mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, no more monkeys jumping on the bed. Somebody's gonna get hurt. 1 little monkey jumping on the bed. He fell off and bumped his head. Mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, no more monkeys jumping on the bed. Now I have to call the doctor again. Oh, there are no more monkeys jumping on the bed. They all fell off and bumped their heads. Mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, you monkeys need to go back to bed.
That was awesome. I love it. Like the monkeys was like jamming. They was getting it. Listen, Jaquetta, you need your own TV show. Like you truly do need your own show. I mean, this your videos, your graphics, everything. I love it. I love the idea. I love the mindset behind it. I love the heart and the passion that you have for what it is that you do. You truly need your own TV show, and you need to be like everywhere. You need to be everywhere. Like this is so awesome. I love it. Tell us, where do you see Community Play in 5 to 10 years?
From your mouth to God's ears. You said it again. I see myself global. I see myself on the screens. I see myself hosting shows. I see myself having concerts. I see myself with school assemblies. I see myself in churches. I see myself wherever God wants me to go. I see myself being with people, making a difference and touching hearts. That's where I see myself. And I need to continue to network like we're doing, and just be available and continue to do what God has called me to do. So I've taken the guesswork out of it, and I'm just being available and doing what I need to do for Community Play and beyond.
I truly can see that. I truly can see you having your own show and with that, because it like you said, it's not. You see it a little bit. You're seeing it a little bit more, but still, you're not seeing it. Not especially not in the speech area as well. So to actually see the African Americans that are actually out, the ones that are everyone's DEI right now, and so to be able to actually see that, I think it's awesome. And I can actually see you on TV. I can see you actually TED Talks or whatever. I see you global. So listen, I stand in agreement with you on that God will begin to expand you, that you will begin to get exposure that you didn't even know, that your mouth will begin to enter into rooms that you never stepped foot foot in, that people will begin to say, hey, listen, I heard about a lady. I heard, it was a story where they was talking about the widow lady. And before she even came in the room, her name was already in the room. They were already talking about the lady. And so that is what I believe for you with the Communiplay as well. So beyond Communiplay, I do want to see, because you say you want to go global as well, correct?
Yes, yes, yes.
So how do people reach out to you if they want you to come to their, because you're in Newark?
I am in the state of New Jersey.
Okay.
I am in the public schools as far as rendering typical speech and language. But on the weekends, I'm able to render Communiplay. I do summer programs. And again, I do the assemblies. I'm presently working on books. I'm working on my curriculum. So I'm working on a lot, but I do see myself traveling. So they can contact me through my website. And that is the www. I thought you had it up here. Yes, you do. You do. You can connect with me with www.communiplay.com. They can email me. You can see parent testimonials on there. You can see clips of what Communiplay actually looks like, where the children are actually engaging. But like I said, on another scale, I could do the assemblies, the workshops. I do so much more. So if they reach out to me via the website, I will get back to them ASAP.
That's awesome. And you know what? And that would be awesome to see you not only in New Jersey, but to see you in Alabama and Georgia and Florida and California, just to be traveling and to actually take this global as you get out there. So listen, everyone, once it comes to this, once I say marketplace ministry, one thing that we have to realize with marketplace ministry is that we have to network. We have to connect with one another. We have to support one another. So if you are a principal, or if you are anywhere in education, or if you're doing children conferences, whatever it is that you're doing, or so if you have something that can coordinate and you can put together a full assembly, this is who you need to connect with. Once I tell you, she has a pure heart of gold, awesome woman, and loves to move. She loves to move. Let's talk about Zumba. So you love Zumba. Are you a Zumba instructor? Yes. What is up with this movement thing? Like you're just a great ball of fire here.
Yes. So Zumba also captures my heart. I am a Zumba instructor for adults and Zumba kids. So I teach that as well. And so when God gave me Communiplay, I knew that movement had to be involved. So when you do come to a Communiplay program or class, you're going to be moving nonstop. Like I'm looking at the parents, and the parents actually come in their workout gear because we actually move like a workout. And so you're moving, you're grooving, you're dancing, you're signing, you're singing, you're burning those calories, and you're having extreme fun. Yeah.
So with Communiplay, with Zumba, and you're mixing them together, but that's another bonding thing, correct? With where you have parents and children that are working out together. One thing I noticed too about this generation is that they don't mind working out. I was surprised as over the summer that my children was going to the gym, because Planet Fitness had a thing to where they were able to go in for free. And so like kids are actually moving a lot more than what, at first we was just like, oh, they sit and play the video games and but that's actually not entirely true. So you do have kids that like to go out and work out. So Zumba, parent, mother, daughter, father, whatever, parent and child Zumba, like that's awesome. But that's great as for bonding, correct?
Yes, it is. And so with Communiplay, where Zumba comes in at, what I took from Zumba, one of the tips and strategies was the energy. The energy is just high. As far as the movements, they're my movements. So for instance, if we're working on the stop concept and they don't know what stop means, so we're going to dance, 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 dance. And when you hear the word stop, I also have volunteers that help me every Saturday morning. You're going to see a stop sign, and then we're going to actually show them the sign language for stop. So you're going to be moving, 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 S-T-O-P, doom, doom, stop. Moving, 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 S-T-O-P, and stop. So Zumba comes in with the energy. When you become a Zumba instructor, it's all about the energy, and they teach you energy is everything, and everything is energy. And so I've learned, becoming a Zumba instructor, I learned how to engage my audience through pure fun, having that energy, exciting, and I'm able to teach parents how to shift their energy just by moving, just by giving better eye contact, just by making sure that they stay excited even when they don't feel like it. Because when I'm teaching Zumba, whether it's to adults or children, or a child, some days I'm having rough days, but I fake it or faith it until I make it. And no one ever knows. And by the time that music and the movements that I'm doing, by the time I finish, I forgot what the issue was prior to, or it's not a big of a deal anymore because I allow those toxins to get out of the body. So when you are moving and grooving, you get rid of those unwanted, not only calories, but toxins that lie within our bodies.
Yes, because exercising, it does release good hormones into our I would say those feel good hormones, or it does release, it does move and stuff. But I think too, sometimes parents, we come in maybe for my long day at work or having a stressful conversation, or we're trying to figure out bills, and sometimes the little innocent ones are there, and they're either picking up on it or they feel not loved, or because of course you don't want to communicate to them and say, I got another past due bill.
Yes.
But so you don't say that. And then once they say, well, hey mommy, can we play? And you're like, I don't want to right now. Like, just leave me alone. I'm tired. And what is actually being communicated to them is something totally opposite of what we're trying to, or what is really going. So sometimes as parents, we have to faith it till we make it. We have to, let me engage with my child. Let me engage in something that's innocent, pure joy. Let me engage with this child. And then eventually, whatever it was that was bothering me before, it doesn't even matter anymore, because now I'm in a place of just happiness and joy. And I see the smile on this child's face, and it gives you the strength as a parent. It gives you the motivation as a parent to keep pushing forward. It gives you the motivation to say, okay, I know I had a bad day at work today, but I go to work every day so I can make sure that this smile continues to come on this child's face, that I am able to continue to put a roof over this child's head, or I'm able to continue to put food in it, or I'm able to do these things where I can say, you know what? Hey, mommy had a rough day today too, but let's go get ice cream. And that might not be the good thing, saying, oh, Zumba, let's go get ice cream. But, sometimes, hey, sometimes and those are the little things where they look and say, I just remember one day I had a bad day at school and mommy said, let's go get ice cream or whatever. And they don't even know, or don't even pick up on the fact that, hey, we both had a bad day or whatever it was. But you're refocusing, you're reshifting your energy and not actually pouring and spilling out toxic energy over into your children. So I think that's great. Before we go, I want to reiterate, connect with Jaquetta. Connect with Miss J. Come on, connect with Miss J. www.communityplay.com. She said she will come to you. Listen, you might not be in New Jersey. I don't care where you at. Get your girl there. Let's do assembly, teachers, come on, principals, those that are in education, those that have summer camp programs, whatever it is. If you have an after school program, whatever it is, connect with her. I'm telling you, she's a gift. She's a gift. I know we opened up and we said children are a gift from the Lord. They are a reward for him. But listen, Miss J has been God's gift to your children. So listen, hey, I truly want you to connect with that. Miss J, before we leave, before we close out this Fervently Creations, what else would you like to give? Do you have any closing words for us, closing remarks, anything else you want to say about Communiplay or just anything? What do you want to leave us with today?
Faith it until you make it. You know, we are having this world that we're living in right now is upside down, and our children are watching. Children are now going back to school. Some parents don't know how they're going to get clothes, food. They've lost their jobs. It's our job to faith it until we make it. Continue to stand on God's words and promises and continue to model what we want them to remember, because people always remember how you make them feel. Make them feel loved, make them feel wanted. And last but not least, remember, energy is everything, and everything is energy. So I'm gonna stop there because I can keep going, but make sure that you continue to faith it until you make it.
Amen. Amen. Listen, you have to keep the faith no matter what it is that you are going through. Listen, if you would love to come on the show, we would love to have you. www.ferventlycreations.com. Are you a Christian? Are you a Christian that is in business? We are all about marketplace ministry. We are all about bringing people together so we're able to connect and we're able to take the gospel in whichever way. And you know, a lot of time the gospel, we think we have to always be quoting Bible verses, but sometimes it's truly in how we make them feel. And we cannot forget about the children in that process. If you are willing to come on the show, I would love to talk with you and see exactly what it is that he has you doing as a Christian outside of the four walls of the church. And so, but with that, as we bring people on, as I always say, hey, listen, networking is not about just connecting people. It's about connecting people with people with ideas and people with opportunities. We have to learn how to actually reach out, how to connect, how to support, how to network. Your network is your net worth. And so as you continue to connect and as you continue to talk to other people and as you begin to move in different realms or so, you're able to expand the kingdom. You're able to go out and do kingdom work in other places. So again, Miss J, I thank you so much for coming out. And if you missed it, we're going to do it just one more time. If you missed it, connect with Miss J at www.communiplay.com. For those that are listening through other areas, is COMMUNI-play.com. So again, connect with her. She will make the trip and you will not be disappointed. Thank you so much for coming out. Tune in next week for our next show. Y'all be blessed. Bye.
My King rap Jesus. We about to go far.